Hello, beloveds. This is Sophia Mona Lisa of the Roseville Mystery School and the Golden Ray Center. And I'm back again today with another video journal for you. This one being called Rewiring Your Connection with the Divine Mother. So let me explain to you how this came about, and specifically this title in terms of rewiring this connection to the Divine Mother. For those of you who are not aware, today is the Venus Gate activation of the portal of creation. I've been talking about that for about 3 or 4 days now. So today is the day. It's the activation of this sacral chakra. Hopefully you're aware by now that in this ascent journey, we are doing a journey into the light. We are activating our crystalline light body or your rainbow light body, however you choose to call that. And so in these higher octave chakras, the sacral chakra is the holy womb chakra. And if you saw the video journal that I put out on illuminating the holy womb chakra, you will be familiar with it. And if you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to do so. I'll put a link at the end to it. Okay, so this is what happened for me today, because of course today's the activation of the gate. So all of a sudden I started to receive a download from Sophia. And and the reason that the download is coming is because recall that this gate activation is reactivating the eclipse that happened in March of this year. The eclipse that happened in March of this year is in the current eclipse season, which is the Aries-Libra axis. It is the path of conscious equal partnership. There are 6 eclipses in this season, and we still have a couple of more to go. Meanwhile, of the 6 eclipses, only one of the eclipses is a lunar eclipse. The rest are solar eclipse. And the one that is the lunar eclipse is that March eclipse that's being reactivated today by the aspects in the sky of where this portal of creation is being activated. Now, at the time, I did say that that eclipse, because it was the only lunar eclipse, was creating a field of conscious equal partnership with the Divine Mother. And I knew that that was going to be extremely important because our next Venus synodic cycle, which starts next March, a year from the one that's getting reactivated today, is going to be a Pisces goddess journey. And I was having a lot of trouble trying to figure out what to land on related to the archetype of that Pisces goddess journey. And finally I was just told, okay, it's the Divine Mother. It's the Divine Mother journey. It is the Divine Mother. Also, I'm calling it Unity Consciousness journey. All right. So the fact that the Divine Mother was stepping forward to come into conscious equal partnership with us in March was huge. And of course, that 6 months ago, I had no idea other than the connection to the Pisces journey coming up a year from then, what would be unfolding with today's gate activation, which is illuminating the holy womb chakra, and how the reactivation, or that there even would be a reactivation of that eclipse, would tie into all of this, especially for the Divine Mother. Okay, so the download that I received from Sophia, because this is illuminating the holy womb chakra, is that because of the traumatic offenses that have been perpetrated upon humanity through the patriarchy's rape culture, nearly every human being on this planet requires an energetic clearing, healing, and resurrection of their own holy womb chakra, because that link, this is especially important for women because men are connected to the Divine Mother through their birth mother. So for women who have this direct link, this direct connection to the Divine Mother, what Sophia showed me is that this connection needed to be rewired. And she was specific about using the language rewired. And what she showed me was a couple of things. First, she explained that the link is never broken. It's never severed. Okay. So let's say you're in France, you buy a 300-year-old chateau. It's been abandoned for 50 years. Likelihood the electrics are sketchy at best, and they're going to have to be rewired. So that was kind of the imagery that she showed me in terms of how this connection has gotten so broken down, so frayed, so faulty, that it needed to be rewired. Never severed, okay, but certainly in bad shape. And then she reminded me that the aspect in the sky for the March eclipse that's being reactivated here is a kite aspect. And that kite aspect is built on a grand air trine. Well, the reason she's saying rewiring and using this electrical analogy is because of the grand air trine. Air as an element involves the electrical what is the word I want to use? Tool, realm. I mean, Aquarius itself is highly electrical. So that's why she gave me this whole analogy about how the reactivation of that March eclipse is, in fact, the rewiring of the connection. So I just want to remind you through these images of the Pieta, this is serious work that is getting initiated through this conscious equal partnership with the Divine Mother. Because what's going to happen when we get to the Pisces Divine Mother Unity Consciousness journey for Venus is that we will have activated our crystalline light body. And then through the Pisces journey, we are going to be bringing in the New Jerusalem. Now, I can say that with confidence because when I asked, what does the New Jerusalem mean? And I'd read all the Bible passages that talked about the New Jerusalem, but I wanted to know from an esoteric perspective, what does the New Jerusalem mean? And it came fast. The full-on activation of your light body. So, of course, that's what we're doing now through this ascent journey, this journey into the light. And all of that will result in us bringing in the New Jerusalem through the Pisces goddess journey. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like or feel like or sound like. I mean, information about the holy womb chakra, which was never on my radar, started coming in to me about a week ago. And it's been just like coming. Even like today's piece that I received on this day of the gate activation that is reactivating that March eclipse. Boom. It's just incredible. So you may be aware that I have two mentorship programs. One of them's called the Christ Heart Mentorship Program. And one of the members of our tribe, Galactic New Earth Tribe, Sophia Regina, had scheduled to get her next Christ Heart Mentorship reading done yesterday. I love these kinds of synchronicities because can you guess which eclipse reading we were going to be doing yesterday, right? The day before today's Venus gate activation. It was the third eclipse reading, and the third eclipse reading was that March eclipse. So that was just a phenomenal synchronization for her, and how empowering that was for her. And so I asked her if she would mind if I would take an excerpt out of her reading where I just talk about the eclipse from March and what's going on, and speaking to, this reactivating of it. Now, I'm giving you this whole big intro because I didn't receive the rewiring, the connection to the Divine Mother yesterday. I got it today. And so I clearly received go ahead and show everyone the conversation that Gina and I had around the reactivation of that March eclipse yesterday. So if you will hang on, let me move my picture here. I am going to bring that up for you. So stay tuned. It'll be here right away. Did you watch the video about the aspects for this next gate activation? I think it's called Illuminating the Holy Womb Chakra.
Yeah, actually I have. Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you pick up on the fact that gate activation is reactivating the March eclipse, which is the one that we're doing the reading for you today?
Oh my gosh.
Did you realize that?
No, I didn't, but it's okay. There's a lot of things I don't realize. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh, holy shit, there's 3 freaking yards in here.
Can you believe that with the Pluto moving over?
Oh, it was like, oh my God. And I'm going, okay, well, because I saw the 2 and I'm going, okay, well, I see the 2. And then you came up with a different color for the third one. And I'm going, oh shit, there's 3 of them in here.
Yeah. Mind blowing, isn't it?
It is. It really and truthfully is. And, one of the things that, right now, and I try not to focus on it, Sophia, I really do. But, and I don't want to say that I'm concerned, but it's on my mind, this election, and what happened when you did that thing with the illuminating, whatever it was that we did, whatever it was called. And you posted it, and when you, and it wasn't so bad until you got to the Helen stuff.
Right.
Then it was like, okay, why do I have two of them going at the same time? Because I'm going, I don't have two things open. I only got one.
Right.
And I'm going, and so I am very, I just keep focusing on the outcome that I believe is what God Goddess wants to happen. I believe that's how I focus on things. And I try not to focus too much because there's so much negativity, but it is always, and one of the things that I've been doing is my little 5x55. I was doing that. And today and yesterday, this is my day 3 or day 4. I don't remember what day it is, but anyway, it is, I am seeing God Goddess in everyone at all times. And I changed it because it only comes up with God, obviously, but it's something from the I am stuff, the I am affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
And so I added Goddess in there when I was writing it today, because I do know, and we both know, we all know, those of us who are awake and aware are all know that, yes, there is a Christ consciousness is coming again, but it's not coming in the way everybody thinks it is. And so I just keep praying for people to just wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I don't have patience for it. I don't have any patience for it, Sophia. I don't.
Well, and you don't have to worry about having patience if your attention and your awareness is not there. Then you don't have to worry about, am I feeling patient or impatient? For me, what I've come to, Gina and Sophia, Regina, and you can choose this or not as you are inspired. For me, my focus is on my world. Is my world in alignment with the divine will of my mighty I am presence, the divine plan of the divine mother for me? That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. As long as I am allowing divine will and divine plan to show up through me, everything is beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a very good way of looking at that. And I do, it's like people send me stuff, and because it upsets them or whatever, and it's, something they're concerned about. And so I'll glance at it and I'll look at it. But if it's something that triggers me, I stop looking at it. I just stop. I don't need to see this.
Yeah. And honestly, Gina, I will be straight up frank with you, because people send me stuff too, whether it's through Facebook or texting or email or Instagram or Telegram. I just don't, they can send all they want to send. I don't really look at it. I don't look at it at all.
Well, it depends. If it's stuff my sister sends me, she somehow got on this pug channel. So she sends me all these little things from Instagram with all these little pugs.
Yeah. And I'll send a note back. Thank you for sharing. But that doesn't mean I'm opening it and looking at it. I'm just acknowledging that in the moment, for whatever reason, they thought of me.
There you go. And that's a very good way of, that's actually a good, I'll have to remember that, because that's not something I generally do, but if it's funny or something like that, I certainly do watch that, because we need levity.
Oh, definitely.
In these times. So anyway, so I won't keep you, because I know you're busy. You've been very busy.
I've had a lot on my plate. Let me bring up your slides. Hold on a second here.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. This is the March 25th eclipse from this year, 6 months ago. This is the third eclipse that's getting reactivated tomorrow. reactivated by that gate activation that's happening at 6 degrees of Libra. I mean, it's just phenomenal to me, just phenomenal to me. So
Wow.
here is the chart.
Oh shit, another kite. Dear God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so just to show you the eclipse point, here's the moon at 5 degrees of Libra. And of course, across the sky from it is the sun. And with the sun, you've got the Magdalene, you've got the star that's informing this, Alganib. And for whatever reason, I forgot to put up here. No, I guess I didn't. I guess it just looks like it's in there. Yeah, the sun, Magdalene, and Alganib. So that's going from 5 degrees to 8 degrees across the sky. So they are the tip of the kite, right? The sun, the Magdalene, and Alganib. And the moon, the Divine Mother, is at the tail of the kite. I mean, even think about a kite. A kite can fly because of the tail, right? It's the tail that gives it the lift. So isn't it interesting that the Divine Mother is down here at the tail of this kite? Now, she's in Libra, and the archetype of the Divine Mother in Libra is the beloved. This is incredible to consider in light of what's happening this month, because it's very clear to me that Sophia is emerging, has emerged through each of us as the second coming of Christ, depending on where people are. And of course, Sophia and Christ are beloveds. And so the fact that this is getting reactivated with the Divine Mother archetype as the beloved. Remember when we did the Mary Magdalene Revealed workshop? And then afterwards, I was working with it, and I received from one of the cards I pulled, and I don't remember which card I pulled. The message that I received when I did the soul message thing was, I am love, I am loved, I am the beloved. And I mean to tell you, hearing that was just, it was such a huge paradigm shift that just, I mean, it melted my whole insides, and it was like feeling that love come gushing forth from my heart, and this awareness that while I am always in such deep devotion to the beloved, to hear that I am the beloved, holy cow, I can't even put words around that experience. And for me, having had that experience and now having looked at tomorrow's gate activation, knowing it's reactivating this, seeing here that the Divine Mother at the tail of this is the archetype of the beloved, that's the consciousness that's coming through. You know, I talked about how, well, look here, Pluto in the first house of this kite and the spiritual gifts that are being activated. Knowing yourself as the beloved, as the illuminated, beloved, right? Because it's
Mhm.
Aquarius. Knowing yourself as the resurrection of the illuminated beloved through us.
Mhm.
That's incredible. And of course, then you've got the Magdalene here because she's the inner Sophia, right? So
Mhm.
the Sophia emerging through us, the sun, which is the same light, the same divine light of our sun, that is the divine light within our Christ heart, fueling each other in this reciprocal relationship between our light and the sun's light, fueling this inner Sophia consciousness that we are coming to know ourselves as, with Pluto, it depends on which word feels better for you. Because with Pluto, you can say rebirth, you can say resurrection, you can say regeneration, renewal, re-empowerment of that inner Sophia that is emerging, has emerged through us as the beloved of Christ. I mean, incredible. And keep in mind that the head of the kite's in the third house. Okay, so this is about communicating from source. It's love, right? Because the shamanic medicine of Aries is self-love with a capital S to you. What did I just say to you? That I had that soul voice experience. I am
Mhm.
love. I am loved. I am the beloved. That's what this is. That soul communication, that soul voice communication telling you that so that you can know that part of you who you have always been, right? The true part of you is awakening within you, has been liberated. That consciousness has been liberated within you so that you can know yourself that way. And then you've got the horse wisdom of Epona and Gemini, which we'll look at in a minute, in the fifth house. Fifth house is what's being birthed through you. Okay, so again, we go back to, especially in light of tomorrow's activation and what's been happening already on the 1st and the 2nd of this month, this birthing of Sophia through you is the same as the emergence of Sophia through you.
Mhm.
And of course, we got third house here, we got Gemini here that rules third house. This is a conversation. This is a holy conversation that is happening between your beloved, which is your mighty I am presence, and you being the beloved of the mighty I am presence. Notice that this kite is built on a grand air trine. So this is all about the expansion of consciousness taking flight.
Mhm.
Isn't that incredible?
Well, you said I was going to be blown away.
Huh?
You said I would be blown away.
Well, I said you'll be blown away because wait till you see your chart.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so this is just the eclipse chart.
this is just the eclipse chart. We haven't looked at yet how all of this is impacting your
Impacting
chart.
my specific chart. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah. So anyhow, we're going to focus on Alganib. I mean, I've got this other stars that are informing this eclipse,
Mhm.
Mark Cabin Sheet, and of course, Alganib, Mark Cabin Sheet. They're all Pegasus stars, but you can see the one closest to the sun, which is Alganib, is the one that's informing it. And so, you know, that's what I really want us to look at. But first of
Okay.
all, we know that kites are alchemical. So there is a dragon that's got its tail anchored right here at the beloved. Notice that's in the 9th house. Okay, so this is definitely a spiritual journey that is taking us, you know, what is Sagittarius? It's pulling the arrow back to reach the highest truths, the
Mhm.
highest spiritual truths, the highest spiritual journey, the highest spiritual awareness, ideals, awakenings. This kite is taking us into, again, coming back to Aquarius and what we're doing now at the Ascent Journey. It is taking us into our crystalline light body. It is bringing us back into connection with our ascended master self.
Okay.
Incredible, isn't it?
I have no words.
I know. I know.
Oh, the earth and air dragon.
Yep. Earth and air dragon. Look at this. Represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. What is that? That is the balance between our human self and our divine self in relationship, in the mastery of relationship equality with each other, because they are aligned and they are in union. Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Gotta write that down. Earth and air dragon card. Okay.
Look at this. Let the earth and air dragons breathe their life force into each of your 12 chakras. First of all, you know I'm like a total nerd when it comes to astro speak. I know that because I see things, I hear things that most people wouldn't. But listen to this. Let the earth and air dragons breathe their life force into each of your 12 chakras. What is breathe? What are the chakras? They're the air element. They're the air
Yeah.
element of this grand air trine. I mean,
Mhm.
imagine that. Imagine that. And bring you into balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. Libra. Total Libra keywords. Balance and harmony. I mean, I can't
Mhm.
imagine a more perfect dragon to show up for this.
Well, yeah, that's what spirit does though.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Yeah. You will have a new sense of calm and equilibrium. We were just talking about that. I told you, my circle is me. Focused on allowing the divine will of my I am presence and the divine plan of the divine mother showing up through me. That does create a sense of calm, a sense of peace, a sense of equilibrium. Because when you're allowing the divine will and the divine plan to show up through you, you are walking your divine path.
Mhm. Yeah,
Beautiful, huh?
it is. Yeah, it is.
So let's look at this Epona fifth house Gemini. What is that horse wisdom? And it's the herd wisdom. I love this because, you know, Pluto in Aquarius is about global consciousness. And let me remind you that that is where Pluto is. It's at 1 degree 45 minutes, but Pluto in Aquarius is absolutely global consciousness. Well, global consciousness is another way of saying herd consciousness. Okay. And what's beautiful about both global consciousness, if we're in conscious equal partnership, and herd consciousness, which is conscious equal partnership, is this: the consensual leadership. That whoever has the skills, whoever has the knowledge, steps forward in the dance as it's required, and nobody's feeling like, oh, you stepped on my toes, or you went to my boss and you didn't come through me, and that kind of bullshit.
Yep. And that's so typical in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody wants to, I shouldn't say nobody. Often people don't want to relinquish the leadership,
Right.
even though there's someone who is at the moment better suited to do it.
Yes, because it's a control thing.
Yes. And well, third dimension is all about control.
Yes. Yes. So you see how this horse wisdom with this kite is exquisite, because now what we're doing is, it's not about my needs and stepping on other people to get my needs. This is, okay, what's good for me and what's good for you and what's good for all of us. This is the true win-win. This is the authentic win-win, not the we'll fake it till we make it win-win and pretend that it's win-win.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the horse wisdom. And these
I've never been able to. Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's a big deal. I've never been able to. Oh God, it's gone, so it's not relevant because it's something that I don't need to hold on to.
Okay. Well, and what's beautiful about this is that the whole challenge of this herd wisdom is you've got to check your ego at the gate.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. But with this kite, right? We got the head of the kite in Aries. Aries rules the first house. We've got this, one of the spiritual gifts in the first house ruled by Aries. In the shadow, that could be the ego, right? You got to check this ego out at the door to know the spiritual gifts of your divine royal powers. Is not an ego trip. But a lot of people, they call these glamours, when they step on to the spiritual path and they start to experience some of these things, it does puff up the ego. That's why they call it glamours. But this is really, I mean, it's even built into here. So it's built in through Pluto being in the first house. It's built in through the head of the kite being here in Aries, and then it's built in through this Epona horse wisdom. This kite can only take flight and get to the spiritual heights, ninth house, that it's supposed to get to only if you've checked your ego at the gate. Isn't that phenomenal?
I don't know. It's just something that brings to me is that you've got Pluto in Aquarius, an air sign, and the if I'm not mistaken, the highest of the air signs.
Yes, it is highest frequency.
And then you have Epona in Gemini, which is another air sign.
Yes.
And you have both of those because the kite the head of the kite is in Aries, which is a fire sign, which means both of those air signs are feeding the fire.
Yep.
To me.
Well, and not only are they feeding the fire, but you've got the fire of Aries, and you've got, right, the eternal sun fire here.
Yes.
Also fueling this.
Okay.
This kite is headed to, however high, however far you can allow it to go.
Yeah. It really is. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so you were talking about, I'm not sure, because I still don't get some of the terms, but it's almost like you have it with this kite, okay? Because you've got, at the base, at one of the bases, you've got I want to say it's the Magdalene and the sun. And then you got the other side over to the up above in Aquarius is Pluto. And then over on the other side, you've got Magdalene and the sun. It's on both sides. And it's almost like you've got two yods sitting there with the way this kite looks. Because you've got the kite. And then and maybe it's not, but maybe it is. I don't know. But
there is no yod, sweetheart, and let me show you why.
Okay. All right.
So I see what you may be saying. I don't want to speak for you. The base of the yod is a sextile, and absolutely there is a sextile between Pluto and the sun in Magdalene. So that would be the base. And there's absolutely a sextile between the sun in Magdalene and Epona. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To know where the apex is, if there's a sextile, but what that means is that there's a sign that's between Aquarius and so you look across from it to Virgo, but there's nothing here being activated. That's why there's no yod. Same here.
Okay.
Between the sun and Magdalene and Aries and Epona and Gemini, you've got Taurus. So you look across the sky from Taurus to Scorpio, there's nothing.
And there's nothing.
Right.
Okay.
But I get where you were kind of like, huh.
Well, yeah, I mean, because see, again, this is all, I'm learning this and I'm getting more comfortable with it, but it's still not my area of expertise and wisdom, because it's just
okay.
not.
That's okay. You know? And so let me just point out to you, there is a sextile between Yeshua in Capricorn and Mars in Pisces, because Yeshua is at 4, Mars is at 2. So what's between Capricorn and Pisces? Aquarius. So if you look across from Aquarius at Leo, there's nothing being activated there. So there's no yod there either.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, no, but no, thank you for explaining that, because I'm like, okay, because I'm seeing the two sides of the kite as each of the two sides being that, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The big thing about a kite is that it's built on a grand trine, right? So whether it's air, water, fire, or earth, you're going to have the grand trine. And one of the points is going to have an opposition, right? Okay. So whether it was from Aquarius to Leo or from Gemini to Sagittarius, in this instance, it just happens to be from Libra to Aries. So those are the two things that are going to tell you you've got a kite. You've got a grand trine, and one of the points has an opposition.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Okay.
That clarifies a lot. Yes.
Okay, good. No, I love sharing. I love sharing that. I
know
love
you do.
that you're like getting into it, because Because when you know that and you see it, all of a sudden you'll start getting information about what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's look at the stars. These are the stars. This is the constellation Pegasus. But this is the big one, Algonath. It's the one that's standing right next to the sun. But let's look at what these star frequencies are all about. Here's the ancient. Let me get this down here. Here's the ancient image for Pegasus. That's
okay.
the constellation. Okay. All right. This is what I love in terms of the synchronicity behind having Epona involved in this kite and the stars of Pegasus involved in this kite, because we know this kite's taken off out there to as high as it can go.
Yeah.
Because Pegasus can soar. This kite is soaring. Do you see that connection there?
Yes.
Pegasus
Yeah, actually, I
is
do.
soaring. Its stars are involved. Pegasus is a horse that can, a winged horse that can soar, and Epona is involved. And so I love that those frequencies and that wisdom is, think about the infinite intelligence that has to bring those pieces together. Right? The stars of Pegasus and Epona, and they're in this kite. It's incredible. Okay. So this is the star we're focused on, which I love. Algonath. The light frequencies of this star enable you to transfer information from one subtle body to another using the mental body. Creative visualization, as well as other forms of visualization, are directly stimulated. This can mean visualization of another's ideas. So like if I'm talking about something, you're getting a visualization of what I'm talking about. Imagination by Reverie, which goes back to what I just said. I love that you're into what these aspects are, because when you can see them, then you're going to start getting information about them, and Algonath's going to help you get that information.
Yes.
All of these are enhanced as the mental body, right? Air, grand trine, grand air trine. That is the mental body, okay? Is more easily able to direct the flow of energy and information within all the subtle bodies. Okay, think about the subtle bodies. So we've got this grand air trine that is our mental body that is helping us to access our crystalline light body, to receive. This star is helping us to receive the flow of energy from our light body into this realm, and to be able to discern, right, the information that's coming through that energy. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Because I've been I'm trying to figure out how to put this. I have been asking I've been asking for guidance and for information. What is it? Please give me. And I've always, how direct I can be. Okay. And it's like, don't pussyfoot around and give me subtle hints, because that doesn't work for this level, and so I'm working with that, and it's like, but be very direct with me, just be blunt. That's who I am.
Let me ask you this, Gina, because this is what's coming into my awareness. since us doing the Magdalene Revealed workshop. Do you have the Magdalene deck that Meg
No,
Watterson
no,
did?
I did not. I have not. No, I have not ordered that deck. I've got all kinds of decks, but not that one. No.
Well, what I love about her deck is because you can pull a card each day, and with each
Mhm.
card, there is a soul voice meditation. Have you, since the Magdalene retreat that we did, been using the soul voice meditation technology?
No,
Okay,
no, I
this
haven't.
is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. You can every day drop into your Christ heart, and when you feel you're centered in there, ask this simple question: what is the guidance around the work I am doing for today? Right? What is the guidance
Mhm.
around the work that my soul is doing for today? And you'll get the inspiration for how to word it. I'm just kind of giving you a template. And
Mhm.
every day, drop in, and you may not get this huge dun da da dun da da da. This is it, Gina. But you'll get a little piece, and then you'll get another little piece, and then you'll get another little piece, and then you
Okay.
might get a bigger piece and a bigger piece. But keep dropping in every day and asking yourself with the capital S, what is the guidance that I am ready for today around my soul work?
Mhm. Yeah, that seriously.
Because you know from doing the Magdalene workshop, you're going to get an answer.
Yes.
And even if it's just one word, because that's how it started out for me. It was one word, and then I'd see like a movie related to the one word. Because everybody receives differently.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's
even
true.
if you hear one word, how empowering and how satisfying is it that you are now establishing a conversation?
Yes. That's important.
Yeah, yeah. And this star is going to help with that.
Mhm.
And this is the star that we look at. So I hope that being able to see that excerpt from Sophia Regina's Christ Heart Mentorship reading about the March eclipse was meaningful for you and gave you more insight into what's happening right now this month, September, especially with today's Venus gate activation. As I mentioned before, we'll be having our gathering around the Venus gate activation this Sunday on the 8th. So do look out for that, because there's going to be a whole lot more information in there. But what I'd like to speak to now is that the next big event for September is the first eclipse on the new eclipse season's path of Sophia Christ. That's the Virgo Pisces axis. That eclipse will be happening September 17th. And it was actually at this March event March eclipse that's being reactivated today that Sophia inspired me to do another mentorship program, the Sophia Christ mentorship program. Now, again, I didn't know 6 months ago what this was going to end up looking like, fully. I didn't have a full vision of what it was going to end up looking like, but she has been having me tweak this in lieu of, or with respects to all of this new information that she has been giving to me. So through this Sophia Christ Mentorship Program, it's going to have a huge focus on the clearing, healing, resurrecting of the holy womb chakra, essentially that rewiring of the connection to the Divine Mother. And I spoke to the fact that there are other people out there doing this kind of work with the holy womb chakra, charging thousands and thousands of dollars. You can do it for free for yourself if you're engaged with the 7 sacred flames. And so, that requires a certain level of initiative on your part to go out and get that information and understand what it's doing for you. Or, you can join my mentorship program, and through the 7 sacred flames, through the guidance that I receive from Sophia Christ, the Divine Mother, and your higher self, I can assist you, support you through this. It will take us, as I said, into that Pisces Divine Mother journey. And it's being initiated on September 17th. So today is the 5th. That's just shy of 2 weeks. And so now is a really good time to think about whether or not this mentorship program and working with your holy womb chakra is something that you are feeling a yes to in your heart, that you're feeling inspired to consciously engage. And so thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I do have some I am statements for you today. I've kind of tweaked what I shared in my last video journal. So if you'll drop into your Christ heart and really feel the presence of the divine love that you are, and with that love, with that feeling of love, say, I am the purification and the illumination of my holy womb chakra. I am the resurrection and the life of my holy womb chakra. I am the resurrection and the life of my direct connection to the Divine Mother. So again, thank you for sticking with me. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. This is the link to my YouTube channel. Be sure to ring the bell so you'll be notified of my content every time I put it out there. Please take the less than 30 seconds it requires to click on the thumbs up for this video journal so it can get out to more people. And if my sacred work is of value to you and you would like to support the Rose Wheel Mystery School and the Golden Race Center, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Here's the link, and it'll be in the description box below. So until the next time, I'm just sending you all my love, heart to heart. Take good care, beloveds. Bye-bye.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.